Hello everybody, GL1 here, and welcome to my online toy museum. And today I'm going to talk about unusual spaceship toys, and small ones. So that's the theme today. And the first I'm going to start with is a Gundam ship. This is a 2001 Gundam assault carrier, and it doesn't do a whole lot except apparently lose pieces. So when you look for this online, you'll see that most of them are actually missing more pieces than mine. This one has these two wings here, and they have little guns on them, and there were similar wings up here, and those are missing. It's made out of a chewy plastic that kind of bends, and you can see that there is another gun turret that should have been there. So I guess you could just pretend this one's been in some battles. It's missing some pieces here as well. But it doesn't do a whole lot. It's just a spaceship to have on your shelf and goes to the Gundam collection. And this as well also goes to Gundam. This is just some kind of Gundam ship. I really couldn't find what it is. It's missing one jet back here. I think that it's meant to attach to a Gundam mobile suit in some way, maybe through here, and just kind of plug onto the back. So I'm going to be doing a show on Gundam mobile suits because I have quite a number of older ones which are actually better than the new ones. Not the models, but the ones that are already pre-made. The new pre-made ones are not as good as the older ones. So I'll be showing you that. All right, and this, I had no idea what this was. I thought this was Gundam, but it's not. It's Star Wars. It's a Star Wars Prince Xizor Virago Shadow from Micro Machines. And I was trying to stay away from Star Trek and Star Wars with this show here because there's just so much that one could go into there, and I wanted to do something different. But this looks a lot like a Gundam ship anyway. And I'll show you actually where I've always played with that and had that positioned. All right, so here is another toy. I had no idea what it was till I looked it up, and this is a Power Rangers Time Force. And it has some features, so you can open these wings here, and there's chairs in there, and I guess those are for the Power Rangers. And then more interesting than that is how the whole top opens up, and then you have different places that you could put, I guess, spaceships or I don't know what. Oh, it came with little spaceships at one point. That's right. I saw online. It has wheels underneath. So you could play with it with little spaceships. And the ships that I played with it because I get a lot of stuff secondhand, like a lot of these things. I just find them at some secondhand store. Are these Micro Machines Galaxy Voyager, this Galaxy Voyager set. And I'm actually pretty amazed that I have all the three that came together. These go back a ways too. And, you can put these inside, and play with them. Here's the mobile tank, and it has wheels on the bottom. And then the turret turns. And look, it even has landing gear that goes up and down, so that's pretty cool. And I thought this was a Star Wars ship, but it's not. And this does nothing. This is just, soft plastic, and I don't think it's really even the same quality as these. I really don't think it belongs. First of all, these are kind of a hard plastic and have movable parts. This is just a stamped out piece of soft plastic. So I don't think it's really in the same category. All right, now this Gundam piece over here, Gundam Gunperry, okay, is what it's called. And it's missing some pieces. So it had missiles that attached in here, and you can see there were places to attach things here. But from what I've seen online, actually this is more complete than what a lot of people have. And it's expensive even when it's missing a lot of parts. So what it does is, these are, supposed to be able to have it lift off, and then these are your forward jets. And it does some things as far as closing up here. So these close up, and then this whole thing, it doesn't come off like the box. It looks like something that should come off, but it doesn't. But it does open up underneath like that. And yes, that piece falls off all the time. This falls off all the time because I'm missing the piece that extends up into here. But, you know, you can just put it like that, and then this lifts up. So, you know, and these lift up on the side too. So when it's, you know, I guess in flight mode, you know, this, I guess you could, you know, this probably folded up in some way when it had all the pieces, and then it would be in flight mode. But the way I've always played with it, again, because I'm just like, well, where to keep all these things together? So I would have it like this, and then I would use my Gundam spaceships, and I'd put them here. And the Star Wars, what I thought was a Gundam ship, would be on the other side. You know, I mean, so you can, you know, play with it obviously however you want, but, you know, that's what I did with it. All right, so now we're going to move on to something really rare and unusual. And these are 1970s 7 Zanbot 3 Chogokin toys. And I have had these since then, so a really long time. And I'm missing pieces to them. And I know I had that missile for such a long time. And apparently there was a big centerpiece that this attached to. Don't know where that is. And this broke off, and I lost the other, you know, chrome tail wing here. But what it does is it can attach together, and it's all die-cast metal, plastic here, but this is metal. And it has metal wheels, and I'm missing a wheel there. And then this would attach on top. And at some point I realized, you know, well, I always thought this was cool. And so I did try to take care of it, and, you know, but still, you know, younger GL1 wasn't as good at taking care of things. And so here's another one. This is the space base, and it looks more like a ship to me. And this is on a spring. I don't know why. I think, though, what this did is it could spring in, and then maybe you could attach it to something larger. I think that might be how it worked. But in any case, that's what it is now. All right, and last, I'm going to move on to the 1965 Thunderbirds TV show ships. And if you've never heard of the Thunderbirds, it's a 1965 TV show that uses puppets. And the South Park, Team America, well, the guys that made South Park, Team America, they made a movie, Team America, that uses puppets that are very much like the Thunderbirds. Team America World Police. It's not for little kids, though. It's rated R, and I'd say it's a hard R. Now, these ships, this is number 1, so the Thunderbirds, they'd always go, Thunderbirds are go, so they're ready to go to space. All of these ships, except one, make sound, but the batteries are not that common, so they've run out of battery power, most of them except one. And this one, you turn it, and then the wings flare out, and then you'd push the button here, and I think it would make like a rocket sound, if I remember correctly. And so that's, you know, that's what that does. And here is an old one. All right, so this is an old Matchbox, made by Matchbox, 31-year-old Thunderbirds toy. And this is number 2. And this, I don't remember how I ended up with this, but it's really neat. It has wheels on the bottom of this. These fold up. They're on springs. And it's heavy because it's all metal. All right, so it's like that. It flies around, right? And then you push these buttons here, and then the landing gear comes down. And then you can pull this lever back, and then it can drop its payload and then take off again. And when this falls, this opens, and there's supposed to be a little spaceship in here. I don't think I ever had that. I don't think I got this new either, and I don't remember getting it. So usually I do, but not on this one. All right, so that's how that works. And now this plastic Thunderbird set that came out, let me look that up. Yeah, this came out in 2015. So they put out another, like, kind of trying to relaunch the series. They made a movie, so the Thunderbirds movie. And so this is the plastic number 2. And this is pretty cool. It does make noise, and this one has working batteries. And then, wait for it. Well, it's supposed to make a launching sound, and it usually does. There we go, and it's launching. So that's pretty neat. I like the way that it has a timer before it does that. And this one also has the landing gear that snaps down. So you push these buttons here, and look at that. You got the landing gear, and you have the button here. Push it, and that drops down. And then inside, didn't lose it, the number 4 ship. Little tiny number 4. So just a stamped out piece of soft plastic. The little 4 ship on there. All right. All right, and here's the number 3 ship, and this one also made noise. There's this little speaker over here, and if I remember correctly, you turn this and it would make the noise. But the feature on this one is cool. You push this in, and then those flip up, and then they can actually move out even further. And I don't know why, because I haven't watched the show or the movie. I've watched some of the old one a long time ago. And this one has batteries. They go up in here. It has a soft, flexible tip, but other than that, it's, hard plastic. And so there you go. And I don't know if these are for grabbing onto things or what. But all right, so that's number 3. And then number 4, cool jet-looking ship. Actually, it's not number 4. It's just the Thunderbirds S. And unfortunately, I am missing the little ship that went inside here. I have looked and looked for it, and it fell somewhere. And hopefully one day, it would probably be distant future at this point, because I haven't found it, it'll turn up. And this one had made sounds too, but the batteries are not so good. So there we go. So that's that ship. But anyway, real quick show. Just wanted to show you some unusual ships and introduce you to the world of Gundam, because we are going to go further into the world of Gundam. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Talk to you soon.